Seriously? We're doing this again? We're doing this again? No, no. I know what the fuck I'm doing first off. Just don't mock me, pitcher. Why are you watching this video? Again. Uh, with Shield Hero. We would do the exact same thing with Shield Hero. Why are you watching this video? Go read it. Go on. Go read it. Go read it. I kid you not. Just open up a new tab. I don't care. Go read it. There. View done. And while you at it, go read Ratman and Ultimo. Go watch Sky High. Do those, okay? Just fine. Go in depth about this again. It's for you. This is what happens when you become a niche manga reviewer. But here we go, guys. My Hero Academy, Boku no Hero Academa, which maybe translate to My Hero Academy. What is there to say about this? Which, again, like Shield Hero, I'm not gonna spoil anything at all. So if you wanna, I'm not gonna touch too in depth about the story or whatnot and characters, but I'll give you the gist of it. And the gist of it being, the the setting basically is it takes place during a time where heroes are like mainstream, like the whole that's basically the society is built around heroes and people who who have the ability to use their powers, which are called quirks in this, and how certain people like do typical hero things like fighting, saving civilians, fighting villains and whatnot. You have those type of heroes, and then just like Ant Man, I mean, fuck, not Ant Man. Just like Ratman, you have the commercial heroes who like are in it for the money and are like doing services and whatnot, and then you have our main character who's basically like every other character in this type of situation. Like just like the main character from Sky High, he except he's not born for like superhero parents. Um, his thing was that he was always fascinated with just superheroes in general and heroes growing up, and only to find out, and he couldn't wait to get his quirk, or to find out he didn't have one, and he was struggling. Like his entire life story was like him struggling to like be recognized without a quirk because they basically look down on one particular character in particular, which ended up who he considered a friend, but it's oh my god, it's like the whole Naruto and Sasuke situation where one character, the main character is like the lovable loser, and other characters like the arrogant jackass, and who loads it over like how great he is, which basically is the character, and it like I get they actually did a good job because I remember reading like the first chapter for the first time because right now the manga's like a year old. It came out like January of last year, and he was I just hated him so much. I'm like, wow, they really did a good job with him, and like that's how you know you did a character well. Like if they give you the reaction that they were looking for, and that's they made him like highly unlikable because another thing the main character did was like kept a he kept a book of all the other like of everyone's powers and whatnot, like what each quirk did is, and he did it. He had it for he wrote down some things about his rival too, and he ended up burning the book, which was basically my pet peeve with him. So yeah, that and without diving again too much into like the first chapter, Um, it basically went on from there. Like an incident happens where he ends up like in in the situation he's always wanted, but it comes with a price and whatnot. And as far as the, everything else goes, like I really enjoyed Hero Academy when it first came out because it was like a breath of fresh air. Like even, I use that term like loosely because I tend to read like a whole bunch of mangas like that aren't necessarily mainstream, but they have like irregular updates, and this ended up like being like something and like showing Jump, so it got updated alongside say the big three Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, and it just was different, you know, like characters. I love the characters in this because pulled they pulled a Soul Leader in that regards because of how it doesn't basically focus on the main character as opposed to like how everything else like you just said with this fixed amount of characters or whatnot. But no, Hero Academy they introduce like a whole classroom full of students who you see regularly like throughout as the story goes on. You see them like each on like each has their own different powers, and they took liberty of the fact that this is a manga about superheroes, and they took that like to the best of their abilities, and had like each character like have different powers, like and the thing about it was it's just given how the main character is and how he's the type to he's one of those types to like not knock off any powers. Like say somebody has the power to stick things like stick objects or something, like he would find a way to make that useful, you know. He's that type of character, and the people he's around just they find way like they're like creative ways to use their powers. And there was also this one character in particular who had an awesome ability. I'm not gonna spoil who he is, but it's pretty badass, but got daddy issues, so yeah, that too. And character development too, because that's another thing I ended up liking the most about the series, because each each character has again gives has their own moments to shine, given character development, and you watch them grow as a character. Like Jackass, I point out, not to obviously he develops he oh my god, like I really can't don't want to spoil it too much, but he basically kind of it was one of those moments where he basically reevaluated like how like the dude he constantly put down is treating him now, because he got really upset about that. Like you're it's like really really upset. I'm oh god, it's like if Sasuke realized like Naruto was a threat to him earlier than later when he when he could like fight well that when before his inferiority complex went like full overdrive late in the whole Sasuke retrieval arc. But yeah, main characters got character development too. He's not like the your typical hero in these type of mangas where he's constantly wins. No, he got some losses and valuable life experience. So yeah, I like a certain character I know who refused to be humbled, and I already talked about him last week, so I'm gonna let that son of a bitch slide. So and the artwork was good too. I was really, especially like character. character facial expressions, and basically like how each chapter will have like this title card. You know how like each like mangas have this like they have this like title picture or whatnot. Like I look forward to those and like the little ending chapters at the end, like parting shots, and also I don't know. Also, like another side, I promise it's like last spoiler alert. There's also a scene later in the series where they end up coming with their names, and that was just full on hilarious. Like the interaction between the characters was always hilarious because they're like them like talk about their powers and them as students like they literally took it as that like they're at school, they're kids. They treat it like that, not just like, oh, they respect the whole the burden of this responsibility of being heroes. No, they're kids. They act like kids, like they were in the high school. I think they were in high school. I don't know, like what grade school they're in, but yeah, that was really funny. It's especially during the tournament arc. That was a good one too. Um, and that's all I have to say about Hero Academy. To be honest, like Shield Hero, I could be here gushing all day about and singing its praises, but it's one of those things like if you're into like superheroes, like in general, like Marvel, DC, and other superhero medias where like heroes are particularly good. Well, they go through all this. I recommend this, and like I said earlier, Ratman because they did the exact same thing here. They did it. It was a hilarious turn at Ratman. So, like, oh boy, that's another video for another time. Also, Ultimo, but the thing with Ultimo is that I don't really know the status of it because the last time I read it, like it was like really, it had a really irregular upload schedule, and I don't know if it's canceled or whatnot, or people not scanning it anymore, or if it's still a thing. But that was also another whole good versus evil thing that was done well, and it was also co-written by the the person the manga artist who did Shaman King and Stan Lee. Stan Lee even makes a cameo in that. Literally, just read it. If you don't believe me, it was a good read. And like I said, Sky High. That's awesome, underrated movie. Like Nostalgia Critic said, like that basically followed the same premise as this. So yeah, a lot of superhero glory going on, and I, the only and if reading manga is your thing, which tend a lot of people tend not to do because reading, some people are too lazy to read and they want to see it animated instead. Funimation has the rights. Oh my god, Funimation. Another rant for another time. Funimation has the rights to the anime. They are getting anime. My brother told me this, and I I was praying Hero Academy did a good anime because of how it is right now. It's still ongoing, and I'm afraid of. I've been really weary about anime adaptations as of late because if Dog Box taught me anything, I have a reason to be weary, and the fact that I think Commodore Sample became an anime that frightened me to no end because I was like I really enjoyed that manga, but it got anime, and I'm afraid something's gonna get let out, some jokes are gonna translate well, and I was proven right with the whole McDonald's scene. I'm like, oh my god, you had one job and you couldn't do that right. So then Konobaru got a anime, and I'm like, oh, just stop, just kill me now. I'm like, it's a from what people were saying, like the anime is good. I would know. Read the manga myself, so yeah, kind of weary about that. So then Himoto got one. Oh my god, you see where I'm going with this? Like basically, I live in an age where whatever I read, it becomes a fucking anime, which happens a lot, and I'm really weary about it at this point. But anywho, that's that's my take on Hero Academy. Like I highly recommend it, but in the end, it's how you want to do it. Like what you want to do. Like the anime, hopefully, is good. I'll probably watch like a few episodes of it, but it's Funimation, so I wouldn't quote me on that. So yeah, we haven't seen the eye to eye as of late. Special with 3.0. You know what you did with 3.0. So thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, keep it classy, and I'll see you tomorrow for my retrospective. Should be fun, you know, and probably piss some more people off.